If you are watching this video, chances are you have just been diagnosed with autism. Welcome to the club.
Autism means to me that sometimes life is hard, but it's worth it.
It's basically like a really broad spectrum. People can be on one end or the other, but no two people are the same. And everyone tends to have similar difficulties, but they tend to express their difficulties in a different way.
Autism's basically when the brain is sort of like wired differently.
With autism, you kind of develop a skill in something really small, but your skill level grows far beyond that, whereas most people try to learn a little bit about lots of things. You might learn everything about one little thing, and depending on what that thing is, whether it be social or academic or useful in any way, shape or form, that's your piece of the spectrum, that's where you are.
The good things about autism, I'd say, is like the logical style of thinking. We don't like think of like, if we see something on the floor, we see something on the floor. And we don't think of the story behind it really, we just think of what's going to happen.
Well, the good things are, it's just things that I like so much, such as things that I'm interested in. And the food that I like so much.
And like, it helps me see things that other people won't be able to see, like equations. And in my lessons at school at the moment, I'm making some like boxes out of like boards, etc. And I can immediately look at a tool and say, from looking at this part here, I can tell it's going to do so and so. So I'll just like be able to know it like that.
You know, in Marvel Universe they've got superpowers. It's just something that you have, that's only yours.
I believe I was 4 or 5. I wasn't really sure what autism was at the time, so I was a bit confused. When I was at primary, people thought it was a heart condition.
I was in year 8 when I was diagnosed, and trying to fit in at school was very difficult because obviously I wasn't interested in the same things as everybody else. I didn't fit into the girl cliches, I didn't fit into the boy cliches. Even the way I spoke was very different, which meant when I was finally diagnosed and I got my label, I was very, very proud to show it off, even though it didn't change much in the way of trying to be social. It was very nice just to know that the things that made me weird and whatever, they were fine.
I was diagnosed just before my 3rd birthday pretty much. So I don't remember much about it because long-term memory doesn't start until like 3 or something.
Gardening, definitely gardening. I'm obsessed with plants at the moment. I love taking leaf cuttings from basically anywhere and just planting them. I've got like 20 different plants back home at the moment. It's amazing.
Well, the thing that I'm mostly interested in is those cartoon characters from the TV show The Simpsons. The 2 men called Lenny and Carl, and I just love them so much. I just found them interesting and well written. I also did this drawing of them last year.
At the minute I make fursuits, that's hours and hours of gluing and sewing. I don't make money off them, I just do it for fun. My house is full of boxes of different coloured furs and 2 mattresses worth of foam.
Make instructions clear and specific so people know exactly what to do.
When I'm at college, when I'm at break time, what I do like when I'm at break, I always like sit down to watch Spirit Raven's Secret Temple just to like calm myself right down.
Just some drawing or like close my eyes, relaxing. That helps.
As silly as just sitting in a really quiet room with lights on, or just talking about some of the things that you're stressing out about.
Don't be afraid. Take life by the horns.
It's not wrong or bad, it just means that you see things through a different coloured lens.
Everyone's different, so you should be proud of that. Because if everyone was the same, the world would be a bit boring.
And you got loads of people helping you and give you confidence and that.
Just because you have autism doesn't mean you won't be able to do anything. I mean, I moved out of my mum's house, so you can do the things you want to do, you just might need a little bit of support.
A while ago, before my friends and helped me know that there's a lot more people out there with autism, I thought I was just alone in my own like, little bubble, and then I came here knowing that's hundreds of people, and that's amazing.
Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do, because that's the biggest, stupidest thing anyone can tell you, because they don't know what you can do and what you can't do. I've been constantly told I can't do this, can't do that. So they said I can't drive, and now I've got car keys and a car. They've told me that I probably wouldn't fall in love, and I've got a fiance and I'm going to get married. They've told me I wouldn't get a job, and I've got the best job ever. So don't let anyone put you down, because you can achieve something if you really want to. Actually, it's a pretty good excuse to get away with a few things as well.
Take 2. Action.